I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving this past week, and Black Friday is finally over. We've now settled into just the Christmas season, and so I'm wearing my Holly Dolly T-shirt today and feeling very festive. I've got Santa hanging up here behind me, and we're getting ready to give you a little bit of door hanger inspiration. So if you want to see what we've been doing inside our membership, the Painters Clubhouse, it is now time for the November Painters Clubhouse Showcase. This is something we started doing once a month to give you guys a special look behind the scenes at what all happens in our membership, because it's a private Facebook group where the community hangs out. We've got an area where all the tutorials live, and every month we do 2 new tutorials with door hanger templates, and our members get busy painting. And so I wanted to show you all what we've created and kind of brag on some of these ladies in the community. Good morning, Danelle. Hello, Lisa. Who all else is here with me this morning? Y'all drop a comment and tell me hello and where you're watching from. Good morning, Sabrina. So some highlights from November. We had a busy November, you guys. We had not one, not two, but 3 guests in the clubhouse this month. I taught the mistletoe Santa design, which is hanging up behind me here. I really love him. He's just so cute, and he's got some mistletoe right here, and it just says ho, ho, ho. There were several different techniques we incorporated into this. We taught how to do leopard print. We taught how to do a new drop shadow technique that a lot of you guys will find really cool. So you see how the lettering up close has that drop shadow on it? I tried a new technique with that turned out really great. We did some shading on our Santa's beard. And so if you have been wanting to kind of take your door hanger painting up, and I can never get them back on the hook. I gotta get up here and put the string up so it gets back up there. If you've been wanting to take your door hanger painting to the next level, maybe learn a little bit of new techniques and kind of switch up your style a little bit, come and join us in the clubhouse because we're always trying new things. Hey, Brandy. Good morning, Vicki. Hi, Terry. Hi, Carolyn from New Mexico, and Jane from Mississippi, and all the rest of you wonderful people. And so that was the project I taught this month. Miss Pam Savage, she has taught several times in the clubhouse over the last few years. She is one of our clubhouse darlings. She taught that adorable cheery snowman, which you're going to see more of in the next few slides, and see what our community members painted with that design. And then we had Miss Laurie Speltz, the creative coach, first time guest in the clubhouse. She taught the Gingerbread House remix. So that gingerbread house has been around for quite a while. I taught it probably back in 2019, maybe earlier than that, in the clubhouse. And I did it with like turquoise and pink and like non-traditional Christmas colors, very bright, colorful. But it didn't have any shading on the original design. So Miss Laurie came in and taught some really cool shading techniques and really taught us how to like deepen the visual effect of a door hanger with some shading. So thank you to Miss Laurie for that. And then another guest, first timer in the clubhouse, is Miss Tracy Gibson. You guys may know her from Print Cut Craft. She taught something we've never done in the clubhouse before, and it was a DTF transfer technique. And so essentially what she did was she printed out these little DTF transfers. I wish I had mine right here with me. Do y'all want to go on a field trip to the dining room so I can get it and show you? Because I just finished mine up last night and hung it on the tree. And I should have kept it in the craft room so I could show it to you guys. So I'm going to actually take you all with me in here. We're going to snatch it off the tree. Where did I hang it at? It was up high. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to show you what we did. So let me explain. This is called the Christmas church design. I painted this live last year, I think. And it's a design we sell in our shop. I created it on Procreate. Sorry, you're a little crooked while I set you down there. I created it on Procreate on my iPad, and then I painted it live. Well, I wanted to teach our clubhouse members how to take a design like this that they've maybe painted on a larger scale and scale it down to make ornaments without having to paint all of these teeny tiny details a second time. Because let's say you're preparing for a large craft show. How long would it take you to hand paint all the details on an ornament this tiny to paint, let's say, 20 ornaments for a craft show? That would take hours, right? Well, if you paint it just one time, you can take a photo of that door hanger, or in my case, this is the Procreate drawing of it. See how perfect it is up close? It was the Procreate drawing, and I sent that over to Miss Tracy. Well, Tracy created these on DTFs. Direct to film, I think is what DTF stands for. And she sent them to us, and all you have to do is iron it on a piece of wood. How cool is that? So all this was a printed out picture of a church that I did paint the wood round white first because I wanted the whites to really show up. And then once it was painted white and dry, I took my household iron that you iron clothes with that probably hasn't been used in a long time. Or you could use a Cricut heat press or something like that. I laid the DTF transfer on here and we ironed it on. Now I took it a step further and I added some like little snow dots to kind of make it feel dimensional, like to kind of like trick the eye into thinking that this entire thing is hand painted, even though it's not. And then I added some like little extra bumps of snow like along here, and I added some glitter to some different spots. And then I did a clear coat over the entire thing. And then I did a little red and white detail here. I signed the back, and I added a cute little hanger for it. So this took way less time than it would have taken me to hand paint this entire thing, because looky here, I started this one last Tuesday and still haven't finished it. And so, as you can see, this project could save you tons of time. And this is something that Miss Tracy taught inside the Painters Clubhouse in November. So if you would love to learn how to take your picture of your painted door hanger and scale it down to make a ton of ornaments, to mass produce them, to sell them at like craft fairs and things like that, or give them as gifts, this tutorial is for you. Who all thought that was like mind blowing? I know my mind was completely blown by this tutorial. Sabrina said your hair is cute. It's naturally curly, isn't it? It is naturally curly, but these are not my natural curls. My natural curls are a whole lot more chaotic, and they aren't nearly this juicy. So this is called a bedhead hair waver or something like that. Hey, Connie. Hi, Katrina. Hello, Carolyn and Diane. Terry just dropped the mind blow emoji. Yeah, it was mind blowing. Another alternative to DTF would be if you went to like your local print shop and asked them to make prints of your door hangers, and then you could like Mod Podge or use spray adhesive and glue them down. But this to me was less messy. I really liked that all I had to do was iron it on, and it kept the texture of the wood. Which was really cool. Darby says, when will the Mom and Me boxes be mailed? November 30th. Danelle said, I was so surprised at how simple it was. Janet loved Miss Tracy's tutorial. Thank you for that. So yeah, Miss Tracy was our third guest in the clubhouse this month, and she showed us how to use that DTF transfer technique, which is super cool. So if any of you guys want to do that, reach out to Miss Tracy Gibson. She can hook you up with your own DTF transfers of your painted projects, and you can make your own ornaments. Okay, let's take a look at what some of our members created using our mistletoe Santa design. Tammy, Diana, and Linda all finished theirs and posted pictures. Linda looks like she did a different beard technique, which I really like. And I love the depth on Santa's face. She did a really good job shading that. And so I love that like this shows different styles of the same door hanger. Like each artist has their own style, so no two look exactly alike. Well done, ladies. Here are a few more. Some of them changed up the backgrounds a little bit. Miss Wanda got extra fancy and used, I think it was spackle. It might also be Snow-Tex. They look very similar, but she used that to create texture on hers. Nancy changed the background to be a little bit more blue. And then let's see. Lori traced hers on a round. So see how hers is slightly smaller within the round? She printed out the template and traced it on just a regular wood round. Let's take a look at some more. Oh, and there was Carolyn's down there in the corner. I almost missed Carolyn's name. Good job, Carolyn. I really love the fluffy greenery. Her greenery is bigger and fluffier than some of the others. Well done on that. Nancy completed one as well. So thank you for submitting that. I really love how the little mistletoe on hers kind of pop. You can see the little white berries a little bit better. Are they berries? I don't even know. I think they are. Cindy says, I love these. Great job. I couldn't agree more, Cindy. These ladies did such a good job. It makes my heart so happy to see all of these designs posted in the clubhouse after they watch one of our tutorials. And then the Cheery Snowman that Miss Pam taught was completed. These are from Wanda and Vicky. They both did an excellent job. I really like the turquoise color on Wanda's hat. And then the shading on Miss Vicky's nose there makes that nose look three-dimensional. Great job. Miss Pam is very good at teaching shading as well. So anytime you watch a tutorial by her, you'll learn a little bit of shading. She uses a different shading technique. She calls it floating, like you float the paint on water. And I've tried it, but I'm not very good at it. I need to practice. I prefer using the spritzer, like where I spritz with the little spritzer bottle. I prefer that method. That seems to work well for me. But the important thing is that you keep trying different methods until you find the one that seems to really work for you. Vicky says, Miss Pam has become a pro with her lives in just 1 year. I agree, Vicky. She has come so far, and she does such a good job. Tammy painted hers in the Christmas colors. Look at the red and the green. Is that not adorable? And these little eyes on these snowmen. Miss Pam has a knack for painting eyes. And if you watched my live yesterday, I taught how to take a template and transfer it onto a little Dollar Tree canvas and paint it. And I struggled with this little snowman's eyes. I still feel like they need a little bit of work. I don't know. Like the blue isn't showing up very good. So maybe I need to pick a different color for the blue on his eyes. But eyes are tricky. And Miss Pam does such a good job with the eyes. Wanda also did her little Christmas church ornament. I love the little beads that she added. She said the film moved a little bit on me when I tried to iron it on, but it was still fun. It did for me too. It was actually up just a little bit on the bottom part. So what I did was I took a little bit of white paint and just kind of touched it up, and it actually makes it look a little bit more hand painted. So kind of a happy accident there. Let's see. Okay, here are some of the gingerbread houses that some of our members created, watching Miss Laurie do the remix on this one. What I really like about some of these is Linda did a shadow on the bottom half of her icing on the top that looks like it's got like a slight light blue look to it, maybe even a touch of pink. And so it makes it look, it like tricks your eye into thinking that that's three-dimensional. And so that's really cool. Linda added some tiny little sprinkles to her icing, which I absolutely love. And then Charity actually added some texture using spackling, and it made her frosting look like it's real. So that's super cool. Let's see. Carolyn says, it's so fun learning from so many wonderful ladies. So glad I joined and have gained so many PC sisters. We're glad to have you, Carolyn. Bianca said, I bought those templates last night and had a better view on the pictures on my laptop. Oh, okay. And Wanda said, I did the same thing too with the white paint on the bottom afterwards. Yeah, I think that really elevates it quite a bit. Cindy loves the gingerbreads. Which gingerbread look would you choose? Would you choose like the candy sort of colors, like the pinks, the purples, the teals, or would you choose more of like a peppermint sort of theme with red and white and green? What theme would you have gone with if you had painted one of these? Let us know. Here's a few more to look at. Wow, Teresa Clever really did a good job on the shading on the gingerbread part of this house. Look at how the depth it created behind that icing. She did such a good job. I really like the stripes on the door as well. All three of these ladies did stripes on the door. Did the ladies previously have? I think Linda did, but the other two didn't. And these all really look so good. Emma did. Notice also there's a difference between Brenda's and Teresa's and Emma's. Emma's has like black lines around everything. And so that's a different style look than like say Teresa's does not have black lines around everything. It's actually, she kind of does a little bit around some of them. It's more of like a shading effect, I think. And then Brenda's just has them a few spots. So it kind of changes the whole look, whether you add them or don't. Danelle would use candy colors. That's kind of what I've done in the past. And so it just depends on your personal preference. Wanda says, I love them all, but probably candy colors. Okay. And then some of our Clubhouse members have been posting other designs that were maybe older designs or whatever they've been painting currently. And so we love to celebrate those wins. Carrie Lytle painted this beautiful Faith Over Fear flag and awareness ribbon combo. This is a design we sell in our shop. It's called Faith Over Fear. And instead of doing one color that represents one kind of like cancer survivor, she did more of like a quilt pattern of colors to represent all the different kinds of cancers that people have. And she painted this for her granddaughter, who is a head nurse at the cancer center. And so she said they're going to hang it up there, and a lot of the people can find their particular kind of cancer in this ribbon. So I thought that was really special. Danelle has been prepping for Thanksgiving. She painted 2 of the Making Spirits Bright door hangers. She said she did it on a 10-inch stretched canvas, and then she used lunar paste on the light bulbs. How clever. I wondered what was making those light bulbs pop. They're really nice and bright, so great job on that. Ann Portwood painted the Christmas tree cake design for her granddaughter's dorm room. Guys, even college kids in the dorms need door hangers. We ought to be painting them for our kids and grandkids who are in college. Great idea. Cindy said she would do reds and teals with peppermints together on her gingerbread. I like that idea, Cindy. Melinda Alcorn said, this one gives me all the warm fuzzies. That lantern design that says, let's get cozy, is a template that we have in the Painters Clubhouse. It was taught last year by a guest in the clubhouse, and it's an oldie but a goodie. Lauren Martin got super creative and created her own door hanger design. This is not a template you can buy anywhere. She created this 100% herself. The cookie letters and the cookies are laser cut. And I don't know if you guys can see the detail on this, but if you look up closely, the colorful icing on each of the letters was done with spackle. So it's super 3-dimensional. They're 3-dimensional letters, plus each letter looks like a cookie with icing on it. So, and she is hanging these on her pantry doors in her living room. So she also created this home sweet gingerbread design and put it right beside, and kind of created, and she made them coordinate by doing the 2 colors of green and the red border around the outside, which really ties them all together. So great job on these, Lauren. They look so good. Miss Laura Davis finished her snowman window ornament. She said, my mother-in-law wants 12 snowman ornaments. Dalton and I will be busy painting. So she said, thank goodness he's on sale today. So she grabbed up several of those. Deanna Evans has been busy with the last few weeks getting ready for a Christmas craft show. She sold 5 out of her 8 Grinches, both Grinch faces, and both of her vintage Santas. She also sold a gnome Santa, a gingerbread set. So these kind of posts are really encouraging to our clubhouse members, because they help in a couple of different ways. Number one, they help our clubhouse members see what is selling at craft fairs, so they know what kind of items are popular to bring. It's also helpful to kind of see the setup. So we really appreciate when our clubhouse members post pictures of their booth and the setup inside the clubhouse. It kind of gives us inspiration for, if we're going to do our own booth, how to set it up, because it's hard if you've never done one before. Pamela Floyd has been busy doing paint parties. This was paint party number 4. It was a huge success. She said, I had 32 out of 39 people show up. 32 people at a paint party. It's kind of deceiving, because in this picture, there's only 2 people in each photo, but she had 32 ladies. I need a picture, Pamela, of all 32 of your ladies holding their door hangers. I think that would be fantastic. That's a big party, though, and a lot of people to fit in a picture. Great job, Pamela. High five. Dina Klingerman has been busy doing a kids paint camp, which is super fun. She said it's 3 different projects that they're going to do. And right now she has 5 kids signed up at $60 each, and they're going to be doing 3 projects. So posts like this give our clubhouse members ideas for ways that they can generate a little extra income this time of year by maybe having a kids paint camp of their own or doing paint parties of their own. And so hopefully our clubhouse members are inspired by these ladies and do the same. Tina loves that ornament. I do too. If you guys have any questions about any of this or about the clubhouse, feel free to chime in the comments and ask questions. I will do my best to answer them. But let's keep on looking at some more wins. Angelia Burris did some paintings this weekend, plus a paint party. And there's the paint party photo at the bottom. They did the Christmas tree design that's in our shop. And then Holly Smith did her first vendor event, and she said, I sold 5 items. I count that as a win. The items that sold were Making Spirits Bright, the Christmas gnome, a Highland cow, the Ho 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 Santa hat, and the Hope Angel. She said, I'm ready for more vendor events. I'm glad you had a success at that one. Susan Delaney got the Christmas presents truck finished. She said, next up, I'm ready to paint Christmas ornaments. I just love that little truck. It's so cute. Cindy Fowler has had a really busy week with 2 small paint parties, painting Christmas designs and prepping for her largest paint party yet, which is happening on Tuesday. That's today, or I started to say that's today, but this post was on November 11th, so it's probably already happened. She said, I'm also working a full-time tired. I was supposed to say a full-time job, but I said a full-time tired. She is probably full-time tired. She said, I'm tired, but excited about my little paint party business. I hope to have one every, I can't read that because there's something in front of, how do I get this off the screen? There's something that pops up on the front of my screen that says like, oh, there we go. It went away. She said, I hope to have one day to do this full time. That way she's not working a full-time job while also doing paint parties. It's hard. Good morning, Sandy. Oh, and just in time, here is Miss Sandy McWhirter's post right up here is this beautiful quilt. She also did a Winnie the Pooh design, a nativity scene, and the Magnolia welcome. She said, my husband usually runs the laser, but I've been working, but he has been working extra at a side job. So I had to go back to my roots and pull my jigsaw out. I teased her after she made this post and told her she needed to get in there and learn how to use the laser. That way she's not reliant on her husband cutting them, but that's okay. He probably enjoys providing that for you. And then each month in the clubhouse, we have a new Painters Clubhouse Rockstar. So our Rockstar for October, we keep it about a month behind. Our Rockstar for November will be announced soon. But our Rockstar for October was Miss Linda Holzhauser. She is actually a local here to me, and she comes and picks up her orders locally. So if you didn't know, yes, you can do that if you're local to Benton, Kentucky. But she was our Clubhouse Rockstar of the month. We also have Zoom paint parties where our members hop on and join each other and chat and paint together. Sometimes they talk about upcoming craft fairs or paint parties that they've got going on. It's just a great way to connect with other clubhouse members, have a little bit of girl time, have somebody to talk to while you're painting, and to just make connections in the group. And so there is a bunch of people who hop on there and do that regularly. And it's once a month. And we always let you know ahead of time so you can put it on your calendar. On Fridays, we do something that's very similar to what we're doing right now. So this is called a Clubhouse Showcase, where I show you sort of an overview of what we did the whole month in the Clubhouse. I show pictures of posts, but we do this every week on Fridays in the Clubhouse. So if you enjoyed this like digest of door hanger inspiration, Fridays we do a weekly powwow, and it's essentially a chance for me to pop in, tell you what you've missed, show you what's coming up next, and show you pictures of what people have been doing. Now you can scroll through the feed in the Clubhouse group and see what people have been up to. But if you're busy like me, sometimes you don't have time to scroll through all those posts. And so hopping on a powwow on a Friday will catch you right up. If you see something amazing somebody did on a project, it'll be like, oh, and you can go in, you can look at those pictures a little more closely in detail by finding that post in the feed. We also do Happy Mail giveaways and all kinds of fun things like that. I love this. Lisa Story said, I'm sold. I'm going to join today. Okay, well, go to paintersclubhouse.com, Lisa, and you can join right there. And for the rest of you, if you enjoyed this and you see the amazing things that are going on inside of our community, the Painters Clubhouse is the best place to be if you're wanting to learn to get involved in this craft. Whoops, I didn't mean to click forward just yet. We have so many amazing things happening, and there's so much inspiration in there. A lot of times people will join this group because they want to learn how to paint door hangers. But the reason that they stay is because of all this, the community. The community is what makes this membership so special. It's a sisterhood. It's inspirational. It's encouraging. It pushes you to try new things, to be brave, to step outside of your comfort zones. And so if that sounds like something for you, join the Painters Clubhouse. You can join at paintersclubhouse.com. It'd be a great Christmas gift that would keep giving all year long. Sandy McWhirter says, New Year's goal is running the laser running lessons. I think that's awesome. Get him out there and get him to show you how to use that laser. Okay, I also wanted to show you some of these ornament kits that some of our members have been painting inside the group. Because if you remember, a few weeks ago, I shared these little ornament kits. They were $60. They come with all the pieces you need to make these ornaments. There's 4 different ones. I'm trying to pick them all up and hold them all up for you. But essentially, here, we'll just do them one at a time or two at a time. We've got the truck and the snowman. Do you see how they're layered? There's 4 layers. You can kind of see the layers on the edge here. There's 4 layers. You paint each layer, you glue them together, and then you pour clear resin down inside of them to create this really cool shadow box sort of effect. And so it was a pack of all 4. $60 includes the tutorials, all the pieces, and the resin. And it has a color list that tells you what paint colors I use and things like that. And so I know I said I wasn't going to do this. And the reason I said I wasn't going to do it is because I didn't think we had time to cut more ornaments, number one. And also, I knew I couldn't get any more art resin. The resin packs that come in these are not sold in stores. They're little 2-ounce blister packs that make it super easy. You're not having to like pour resin and mix and feel like a scientist. You just pull off a tab, squeeze the bag, it mixes the 2 things together, and then you pretty much just cut the corner off of it and pour it in your ornaments. It does not get easier than that, folks. But I didn't think I was going to be able to get any more packs. Well, I sent an email to the art resin company pleading with them. Could we please get some more blister packs before Christmas? And they were like, well, normally it's 4 to 6 weeks. I said, could I please just, I don't care how many it is. Just how many can you get me before Christmas? And they were like, we can get you 3. Well, they said, go ahead and order 300. I'm not sure how quickly we can get them. So I ordered 300 more. And they were there within 2 days. So I was like, guys, start cutting more ornament pieces. We can do another ornament restock. So guess what? This Friday, December 1st, we are going to do a restock on these ornament kits. So this is your chance. So many of you guys were like, I wish I had bought more. Others were like, I wish I had even bought one. And so if you missed out or you didn't buy as many as you wanted to, or you've had people saying, will you make me a set of those? We are doing a restock on Friday, December 1st. There's only going to be like 300 of them. And they may go super fast. We had 500 the last time and sold out of them within 3 days. So Friday, December 1st, I'm going to drop the link during Friday Fab 5. We're also going to send out an email. But if you want to be on it and you want to get yours and lock it down, you better tell Siri, Alexa, whoever keeps up with your calendar to remind you because they're going to go super fast. Risa says, what? I was so bummed that you ran out. Yippee. I know. I didn't want to tell you guys we were going to do a restock until I was sure it was going to happen because I didn't want to let anybody down. But when Art Resin sent those boxes and they came in, I was like jumping for joy. And so this past weekend, even though it was a holiday weekend, I got out there and started running the lasers as fast as I could to get more ornament pieces cut out. And they're going to be finished cutting out today. And then we're going to start packing them. So these will ship quick. We're going to try to get them out as soon as possible. So you've got time to paint them before Christmas. This would also make really beautiful gifts to give people for Christmas. Y'all saw that I painted 14 sets of these, right? 14 sets. That means 14 times 4. How many ornaments is that? Hang on. What is 14 times 4? 56. That's 56 of these. And then you multiply that times 16 pieces. What's 56 times 16? Holy crap. That's not right. That's not right. Hold on. What is 14 times 16? 224 pieces. 224 pieces I painted as Christmas gifts for people. And it took me 16 hours to paint that many of them, which was like lightning speed. I was bulk painting them. I was like watching Netflix and painting backgrounds. And I would like go through and paint all of the little pants and all the little guys. And it was crazy, but it was amazing. And so those are going to be some of my Christmas gifts I'm giving out this year. Nancy said, how much were they? The kit is $60. And you can use your Clubhouse discount code on it. So make sure and have that handy. Joanne says, do you have an example of how to put a hanger on them? They've got this little thing up at the top. So I think what I did was I just put like a little piece that you could do jute string. You could also do like a little pipe cleaner if you wanted something a little more stiff. Or you could just take those super cheap little Christmas hooks and hook through there and hook it on the tree branch. It's up to you. You can make it as fancy. You could use ribbon and feed through there, like some real skinny ribbon. So whatever you think, but I don't have like a tutorial showing that part. Risa said, and I've never used my watch to ask a question. You're rocking it today. Yeah, Lisa, all you got to do is hold down on the little crown. See how Siri pops up and you can ask her a question. It depends on the question, but like I can tell her to set an alarm. I can tell her to set a timer. I use it all the time. I can tell her to text somebody. Play around with it. Like be bossy. Tell Siri to do things for you. Tell her to remind you. I use it for reminders probably more than anything else. I'll say, hey, so and so. I have to say so and so. Otherwise, she pops up and says, huh? I say, hey, so and so, remind me that the ornament kits go on sale on Friday at 9 a.m. And I always give her a time because sometimes if I just say remind me on a certain day, it might pop up. It doesn't give me as good of a notification, if that makes sense. Vicky says, and the kit is worth the $60. They are so detailed and cut out that the work that goes into prepping these kits, we have to charge that. Otherwise, we're like wasting our time. Plus the resin pack that comes in them, those cost us quite a bit too, to be able to put those in the kits for you all. But it makes the process so easy because that is the perfect amount of resin to complete 4 of these. And there's no mixing involved. If you've never done resin before, it makes it so simple. So sorry, I got sidetracked. Look at Denise's and Vicky's. These are pictures of their process and their progress. So somebody was asking, Joanne was asking if I had an example of how to hang these. Lisa added some jute string and put 3 wooden beads on them, which I think that's really pretty. You could even take it a step further and add a little bow on these as well. And then here is what's coming in the month of December. So if you like these 3 projects, we are going to be painting these probably the 2nd week of December. And so I know it may seem odd, but we are jumping right into Valentine's Day because usually after December 1st, people are like, I need to start preparing for craft events that are coming up after Christmas, or I need to start preparing for painting door hangers to sell after Christmas. So we've got this cute little love bug. She's got a smooch right there on the hood of her car and a cute little banner hanging up. This one would be super cute cut out as is, or you could trace this template onto a wood round, which would be super cute, and add a whole background around it with some cute words. I can't even say it. A latte love design is Miss Jennifer Radens from Canvas Sign Designs. She's going to be guest teaching in the clubhouse. She is an expert in hand lettering. So that is her hand lettering right there on the cup. And so that design will be available with the lettering as a 3D option as well, which is super fun. And then the snowbird design over there, I cannot wait to paint this one, guys, because this is an old one from like 2019. I painted the bird blue. It had like a yellow, red, and turquoise scarf. It was very whimsical. But this time I want to remix this design. Same exact shape. We're just going to paint it different. We're going to make it a cardinal. And she's going to have a cable knit sweater, hat, and scarf. But here's the kicker. The hat and scarf piece is going to be textured. The cable knit part is going to feel raised. When you run your fingers across it, you'll be able to feel the bumps and see the texture of the cable knit. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that with paint. And then the little balls on the snowman's hat and things are going to actually be fur pom-poms that I'm going to glue on. So it's going to be elevated and so cool. You guys are going to love it. Janet says, I used to have a VW bug. What color was yours, Janet? I doubt it was pink like this, but let us know what color it was. Okay, that is all I've got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this and you want to learn more, go to paintersclubhouse.com. And if you're a Clubhouse member, I'm getting ready to go live in there next to show you what's going to be in our December companion pack. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.